All right, y'all. The hour is upon us. Copa America final. Argentina versus Colombia. And little bonus at the end. We're going to talk about the third place game, Canada versus Uruguay. So if you're here for either of those games, stick around, drop a like, and let us know how you see this game going down in the comments before we get started. Just a reminder, we're going live for this game. We might not go live for the third place game, but we're going live for the final. And of course, we have a ton of Copa America content dropping after the tournament, talking about what all these performances mean for these respective national teams. So if you want to see that, again, make sure you stick around and hit subscribe. How confident are you, Connor? Let's start with this. Confidence level 1 to 10.
Not very.
3?
5.
A 5? Okay.
Because I feel the game could go 50-50.
Okay. Do you think this is going to be a fun game?
No. I mean, here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen in this video. We do this every time. We're going to get super excited talking about the good and the bad about both of these teams. And we're going to get very excited. We're going to say, oh, this is how it should pan out. This is how it should
This is going to be the greatest game in Copa history.
Greatest game in Copa history.
Nil-nil pens.
It's the Copa. It's the Copa. We're heading to nil-nil pens. If not, maybe a 1-0, maybe a 2-0 from one of the teams.
2 goals would be huge in this final.
Would be fantastic. That would be awesome.
Wait till you hear my prediction. Then you're really going to think I'm insane.
I already think that.
That's true. Well, the audience might. There's a chance they don't think that quite yet. But
give it a week.
What do you think about, how about you assess the opponent? You being Argentine, you assess Colombia. What are you most afraid of?
What I'm most afraid of, and this is the thing about Colombia, is that...
Is it the dance moves from Richard Rios? Because they're elite.
No, they're good. But we've seen dance moves. We've dealt with dance moves. We already beat Brazil. They started the dance moves, So I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is the fact that this team has chemistry. Like a lot of the actual what you bring to the table in regards to pluses and minuses to these teams, good and bad. I feel like a lot of them are going to be canceled out by the fact that this is a Copa America final and that neither team cares. Colombia does not give a damn that Messi is on our team, and Argentina doesn't give a damn that they're on a 28-game win streak. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. So we can get into stats. We can talk about that. But what really scares me are the intangibles about this game. And for Colombia, their biggest one is that they just have chemistry. They are one of the only teams who has been able to string around beautiful passes and play pretty football that is, appealing to watch in the face of tremendous adversity. I would say that Argentina is one of the only other ones, and Uruguay to do that, and Brazil, but that was when they played Paraguay. Argentina's was when, they played Canada.
Colombia's the only team that's done it against good teams.
Against excellent opposition. And pretty consistently.
I think they've been the best team at the Copa America.
Yeah.
You look at their performances, again, and you look at the caliber of victories that they've had. It's hard to say Argentina, this Copa America, have outperformed Colombia. I think it's very, very difficult to make that argument.
Well, yeah, again, I mean, it's what everybody roasts us for in the comments. They just don't have the strength of schedule. Like, we don't have anybody to test us against. Right?
That was the main criticism when the entire draw happened in the first place, was like, wow, if Argentina play their cards right, they're going to have a cakewalk to the final. And Ecuador ended up being a scare.
Yeah,
but it was relatively easy, at least on paper, and Argentina took care of business, even though it was kind of ugly at times. And now they're here.
And now we're here against a team that, you're right, likes to dance, that plays really freaking good team football, that has chemistry out the wazoo. Like, these guys, they're not afraid of anything. They've beaten all of the big teams. They're just waiting for that last Infinity Stone now.
Correct. This is the last Infinity Stone because they haven't played you guys during the streak.
No. Well, I mean, best of luck to them. You know who I want to win, but you want to get into actual tangibles now? Well, you know what? Actually, let me turn that question back on you. What scares you the most about Argentina?
The intangible that scares me the most about Argentina is that, I've said it many times, you guys are incredible at winning ugly games. You guys have mastered the art of the narrow win. Like, there's something to be said about a national team when a game is not going their way and they still pull the dub out. Not a lot of teams can do that, and Argentina does that a lot. So it wouldn't surprise me if Colombia have the better game, put Argentina on the back foot, and then Otamendi scores a header in the 85th minute, and it's Argentina 1-0. I would not be shocked.
You could argue that's exactly how we won Copa America 2021.
You could argue that's Scaloni's game plan is frustrate Colombia. James gets the ball, foul him. You get touched, go down immediately. Like I need like Oscar awards from this game from Enzo De Paul and Lo Celso if he starts.
The Miami Heat School of Acting is what they've attended. Not to mention they're already grandmasters there. You know,
and
they
the
can
game
be
is in
instructors.
Miami. The final is in Miami, so it will be the Miami Heat School of Acting.
Makes sense.
In Colombia, they're a hot team. They get emotional. We saw Daniel Munoz elbowing Ugarte in the chest during a semifinal game when you have the lead. Idiot. I'm still pissed about that, and he's suspended now. And that's a big loss for Colombia. Big loss. I don't know if Argentina have like a massive omission from this game, but Montiel's out.
Not necessarily out, but I saw today, according to, I think it was Diario Olé, saying that Montiel is training separately from the team, so he may not start. And we both had him predicted to start.
He should start over Molina in the final.
Yeah.
You're starting Tagliafico over Acuna?
Tagliafico over Acuna,
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too.
That's what I would.
Nico's been better this Copa too.
Yeah, he has. He has. I think Acuna only had like one mediocre game, but Tagliafico has been the clear option.
You got to go with the hot option.
You have to. But before we start talking about players and getting into, you know, like the nitty gritty, picky stuff, what I want to say is that Argentina, we are good at winning those ugly games. And that has to be the game plan here, because we have not shown that we're capable of kicking it up a notch. And maybe we've just been able to cruise through, but we don't know if the tip of that knife is as sharp as it was, you know, even 4 or 5 games ago. We don't know what that looks like. We don't know how Messi's feeling. We don't know how he fits into a prime squad now. You know, a 6 to 8 game sample size is enough for a pretty massive change inside of a national team. And if the stuff that we've been showing is the maximum that we can present, I still think that there's a possibility that we win, but I don't really feel optimistic. Before I go any further, Anulo Mula. You know, I hate talking about this, but I think you're exactly right about Scaloni's game plan. The Colombians are going to come out. They're going to have really excellent tactical, well, maybe not excellent tactical ideas, but they're going to come out and they're going to play with heart and they're going to play good-looking football. I mean, we're looking at Spain.
It's not quite lindo, but it's like
Joga bonita, you mean?
Yeah.
From the Brazilians?
Well, I translated it, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Colombia's going to come out and they're going to play really pretty exciting offensive football, and they've got damn good defenders.
Not as good as you.
Every touch. Right now, on paper, it would seem so. We also have very easily riled defenders. Our game plan is going to be to piss you guys off and to muddle your midfield as much as humanly possible.
Yes.
That will be the main objective. If we can get James a yellow card at any point during this game, the midfielders have done their job. And I'm going to level with you. I think Alvarez starts because I think we need a massive press here. I think that's what it's got to be. Just clog the passing lanes.
I agree.
Press like crazy. Like Alvarez, don't even run at the goalkeeper. Just run at whatever defender has the ball in that moment. Track back into the midfield. Press on whoever. I think we save Lautaro, goal-scoring threat for later in the game. Julian needs to be there initially to run his freaking legs off. Like, the man has got to be a dog on the pitch. I want him pulling back and pressing like hell. And frankly, I want the Ener Valencia treatment. I want 15 runs at the defense, and I want 2 yellow cards conceded from the Colombians, fouls drawn, and a couple free kicks outside the box. I think that is a conservatively intelligent game plan to go after here because you guys are really dangerous offensively.
Yeah.
And I think opening up too much in a wide open game would be incredibly dangerous for us. And I don't think we'll do it. I would like that. That would be fun to watch. But that's just not what we've been playing.
They won't approach a final like that.
No.
It's not going to be end to end because I agree that Colombia's verticality is better than Argentina's right now. I think
Right now.
you look at Luis Diaz, John Arias, John Cordoba. They've been way more impressive, I would say, as a unit than Argentina. But they're probably going to be going up against the best back line that they played at this tournament at the same time. Argentina's back line is very athletic. I think it's going to come down to Argentina. You can't let Luis Diaz get isolated one-on-one. You just cannot let it happen. You got to be smart with James Rodriguez, as few touches as possible on the ball. You cannot concede set pieces. If you concede set pieces, Colombia are going to score. They're so freaking good at it. It's unbelievable. Every single one of their players is an aerial threat. I'm not sure I've seen anything like it in a national team, how these guys are just monsters in the air. And that will be how they score goals. I don't know. I think they've got 5 goals from set pieces this tournament. That's insane. So you cannot give up cheap corners, cheap crosses, anything like that. It's got to be blocked. It's got to be blocked.
That's what scares me about that? I think we will. I think we will give those up. I think we will give those up.
He's going to have some bad fouls. Enzo's probably going to have some bad fouls. Dangerous spots.
You think Enzo starts?
I wouldn't, but I think he will. I would start Lo Celso.
You would start Lo Celso?
Yeah.
Lo Celso? I think I might start Enzo. I think I might start him. Just to give him another opportunity.
They could go with McAllister, Paredes, and DePaul.
I don't want Paredes in to start. I think he comes on at the end to further muddy the waters. If we need to waste,
defensively good.
Get him on. Yeah, but he's a little slower. I think you bring him on at the end. He's your trap card for the very end, like the little banana peel in Mario Kart. When you're a lap ahead and you see like a red shell coming, you got that banana peel for an insurance policy, you know?
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they approach the game. What's your score prediction?
I hate this. I hate this. A tie game and then Argentina wins in extra time. I don't think it goes to penalties. Colombia cannot let it go to penalties.
Correct. They have to win. They have to win in open play. Okay, I'm going to say 2-1 Colombia.
Regular time? You think it goes to extra?
That, no me importa. I have no idea. I don't know.
So we're both saying 2-1 in extra time.
For the opposite teams, yeah. You're saying 2-1 Argentina?
See, look at this. We did exactly that. We got ahead of ourselves. 1-0 Argentina.
Yeah, somebody's got to take the 1-0. Somebody's got to take the
1-1 Argentina wins on penalties.
Yeah, that's a great one. I think you guys have conceded once this whole tournament. Colombia have conceded.
Ecuador?
Yeah. Colombia have conceded 1 against Paraguay, 1 against Brazil. Is that it? Only 2? Yeah, that's it.
You played significantly more difficult opposition.
That's 3 goals total conceded.
Even though I would say Ecuador at the end might have given up a more offensive game or a bigger, defensive fight on our end than Brazil gave Colombia.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For Colombia, the key for them, play your game. Attack Argentina. I still think about Uruguay beating Argentina the Bombonera. Go at them. If you sit back, if you give Argentina too much respect, Argentina's good enough. I don't care if Messi's 80%. He's going to find a way. He's going to find a way. He's going to pick a spot. If Argentina score first, oh my God.
He's also on 2 games of rest now.
It might be a 1-0 Argentina if Messi scores. Or not.
Or
Messi
1 game of rest.
If Argentina scores first.
2 weeks, he's been fine.
Dude, the dark art's going to be insane. Colombia's really going to be up against it. Like, really. So that's what I say for Argentina. Don't make it easy on Colombia. No set pieces. Try to lock up James and Luis Diaz as much as possible. Colombia, do what you've been doing, baby. Do what you've been doing. Treat this just like Uruguay or just like Brazil. You gotta feel like this is your tournament to win. So I'm going 2-1 Colombia. You're going 1-0 Argentina? Okay. Let's very quickly talk about the third place game. Oh, yeah, you guys drop your thoughts down below in the comments. Third place game, Canada-Uruguay. Very, very quickly here. Let's assume that half the Uruguayan team is not suspended for the fight, right? Because I don't know how we're supposed to account for that. Like, it's still undergoing. What do you see happening in this game in 30 seconds or less?
I could see Bielsa overanalyzing things tactically and it ending in a relatively conservative draw, like a 1-1, or maybe a 0-1 by Uruguay. Or if they just go out there and they just play open football and play good defense, Uruguay could smoke them. Uruguay on their day, 4-1.
It's an interesting thing because Uruguay had 2 amazing games to start. They were super mid against the US, super mid against Brazil, and bad against Colombia. And so it's like, are y'all going to go back to who you were when you were playing Panama and Bolivia? Because if so, I think Uruguay win this one 3-0.
Yeah.
If Bielsa's like, you know what? I don't really care about this match, which I don't think that's in the Uruguayan DNA. I don't think they're capable of doing that. But he might be like, all right, I'm gonna give a couple guys some minutes who haven't played yet. I think Uruguay wins. I'm kind of feeling 2-0.
2-0.
2-0, 3-1, something like that.
Yeah, these are very conservative.
The third place game is kind of a shootout. I think last time Colombia beat Peru 3-2.
Then I'm gonna go 4-0, 4-1.
4-1 Uruguay?
Why don't I do that? Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Canadians gonna be pissed.
Canadians are gonna be mad. This isn't anything against you. This is Uruguay have nothing to lose. And frankly, that might make them better.
I still think Uruguay is hands down the second best team. They're arguably like on par with Argentina that Canada faced and what happened in both games.
Yeah.
Canada lost 2-0. And the first game should have been way more. And in the second game, we've already talked about in our post-match, what was alarming for me was that Canada created nothing. Like nothing the entire game. And I think Uruguay, look, Fede's been a little disappointing. Ugarte's been probably trying to carry the midfield as best as he can. This is still a world-class team.
This is still a world-class team. Yeah.
And Canada, can they beat a world-class team and still a competitive match, still a game that matters? I don't think so. Jesse Marsh, 4-year contract extension if Canada win?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
This would be insane.
He will have earned it. If Canada medals, oh, yeah. Yep. Without a doubt.
This might be... Okay. No, actually, this is probably their biggest win ever.
Yeah.
This is their biggest win ever if they beat Uruguay and take third. I have so little faith in the CONCACAF region. That's why I can't back them. Like, say what you will about Canada doing the job against 10-man Peru and Venezuela on penalties.
Yeah.
Uruguay's a different level.
Uruguay, there are levels to this, and Uruguay are a class above.
This would be the level where, like, I'm going to have to put even more respect on Canada. And they'll say we're disrespecting them, but, like, if they were playing Ecuador right now, damn, off how the Copa went, I probably would take Canada. But this is Uruguay. I think they cannot score 0 goals against Brazil, 0 goals against Colombia, and 0 goals against Canada. Bielsa's going to send them to the gulag.
He will. He will send them straight to the gulag. They'll be sent out for self-flagellation in the yard outside of his campo. And, you know what he's going to do? He's going to take them out to the big fire.
We have 15 seconds.
He's going to take them out to the big fire ant hills in the Pampas of Buenos Aires and bury them up to their necks.
I think that's a good thing that's going to happen. We'll have to see. You guys drop a like on the video. Let us know your thoughts down below. We'll see you on the live streams.
I hate this. Anula Mova.